Once upon a time, in a world where reality and imagination were woven together, a legendary journey awaited. A journey known as the Path of the Red Ball. This magical path was whispered about in many tales, where those brave enough to follow it would uncover the deepest truths of their lives and discover their purpose. Our story begins with a young soul named Mu, who lived in a land of shadows where sadness and doubt lingered like a thick fog. Mu longed for something more, something beyond the darkness. Then, one day, Mu spotted a mysterious red ball, glowing with energy and life. It seemed to call out, offering a way to break free from the fear and suffering. With a leap of faith, Mu decided to follow the red ball and play along. As it chased after it, a portal opened around Mu. Mu was transported into a dimension of a red sphere. It was a magical realm filled with swirling dreams and possibilities Mu always wished for. It excited Mu, awakening new senses. But Mu hesitated at first, unsure if this was real or just a dream. But the rhythm of the sphere was undeniable. It moved Mu's heart, and soon Mu began to move and dance its rhythms that filled it. Mu stopped thinking and allowed itself to start feeling new emotions that it had never experienced or expressed before. Then, all of a sudden, in the orchestra of unexpressed emotions and movements, Mu also heard a soft melody that began to rise from deep inside Mu's heart. A song that was both familiar and yet distant. As Mu settled its motions and became curious about what this song was truly saying, it became Mu's compass, guiding every step and movement. As Mu swayed, the air shimmered with colors, swirling like an artist's brushstroke from the aura it emitted from how it was feeling. Mu at first would come in and out of what it saw every time it thought about the land of shadows. It wasn't sure if it was allowed to feel this good. But for once, it felt like nobody was watching or judging them for standing out or needing to be dark like everyone else. So it stayed dedicated to feeling more comfortable in all the new feelings the red sphere was revealing. All of a sudden, in just one spark, Mu started to realize they were more than just their past. It was crafting its story with every thought in the now moment. What they thought of became the images and dreams they felt inside. But the journey wasn't easy because Mu was born into the land of shadows and doubts. They only knew darkness, so it had to keep visualizing the things it desired to become real. Otherwise, it would get pulled out of the red sphere and back into the land of shadows in an instant. So as it got better at mastering its desires, it swirled Mu into another portal deeper than before. Here, Mu entered the sphere of mirrors, a realm where reflections of their past and moments of greatness surrounded them. It was even more challenging because everything it was facing felt so real. Voices of judgment whispered harsh truths, but Mu held on to the red ball to keep lighting its true way, learning to transform shame, guilt, and doubt from the past into love. With each step, Mu forgave itself and others, turning the mirrors of doubt and hurt into windows of wisdom. These flickerings of self-compassion lit up a path that as Mu followed it, it left behind colorful marks of transformations. Every story turned upside down, flipped inside out, now being told in a whole new light. This filled Moo's heart and motivated it to flip every story and every challenge that came its way. As Moo ventured deeper, the mirrored sphere disappeared and alchemized into a crystal sphere, a place where time and space dissolved, revealing endless possibilities. It was so illuminous and magnificent, all the edges of Moo, its egos, its fear, all disappeared. It was suspended, and in awe, Moo merged into the sense of being everything, all at once, everywhere, with no limits. It was no longer Moo. It had no more questions because all the answers were right here. It felt at home, not needing to think, act, or do anything. It no longer needed to keep seeking or desiring anything because everything was already here. Here, Moo understood the greatest truth of it all. They were not just a follower of the red ball or a lover of the mirror ball. They were a part of a creation from an even greater creator, a piece of the entire masterpiece. Moo finally saw where everything came from and where we are all going back to. The light, the dark, the edgy, and the smooth. Without every little piece, nothing would be true. Moo's mission became clear, for if it did not choose to consciously follow its red ball and traverse through the depths of these spheres, they would not have met the great creator inside of them. They were conscious realization, expressing art through experiences. Moo created all of these experiences so it can learn how to turn them into its own masterpiece. When anyone moves through life with love, curiosity, and an unshakable belief that every step, every act of expression that touches our heart, that helps and not hurts anyone, and that unifies everyone back to one, we reach our ultimate greatest self. We become the mastered piece of the great masterpiece. The inner melody started to grow stronger and chanted in Moo's inner voice. I created this. I create this. This gets created through me. I created this. I create this. This gets created through me. I created this. I create this. This gets created through me. I created this. I create this. This gets created through me. It started to move through all the spheres of reality, inner terrains of bright skies and gradients of shadows to fill the night sky. Faces and places transformed instantly just by the way Moo sang its inner song. From that moment on, Moo's adventure continued, forever guided by the rhythms of its red ball and its eternal song of freedom to create whatsoever its soul desired. With each move, Moo played, loved, and transformed everything it came across, discovering the freedom to be its true, greatest, authentic self. And so, they journeyed onward and inward, moving freely through the chaos and harmonies of life, never forgetting the lesson that the red ball path showed it: to always stay connected to its heart, where its greatest desires, dreams, and truth resides, and to unite with all the souls to feel whole and back to one. The end, only to find the beginning again.